let's get started with the pod and the Apex predictions for the
Yep,
Monaco Grand Prix.
let's do it.
And yeah, qualifying. Aniket, who's your top three?
I'm going with the guy who's born in Monaco, Charles Leclerc,
Yeah, okay.
P1. I think Ferrari deserves their due. They've been waiting for a pole position the entire season, and no better place than Monaco to have their first pole of the season.
Yeah.
In P2, I'll go with Oscar Piastri.
Mm-hmm.
I think he does well on Monaco. I think street circuits generally he really does well, right?
Yeah, yeah.
So he's going to carry the. I think McLaren will still have that one lap deficiency. Uh, they still probably need to figure out what's going on there. But good enough for a P2, I'm sure. And P3, I'll have Lando Norris.
Oh, McLaren 2 3.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, for me, I think P1 and 2, same as you. Charles Leclerc and Oscar Piastri. But I'm going to go with Lewis for P3. And yeah, I think if hypothetically Monaco was at the end of the calendar and Lewis had more races to get used to, I think he would be P2. But I think he's still getting used at Ferrari. And like you said, Piastri does very well at Monaco. So yeah, I think that's why I'll go with Oscar P2 and Lewis in P3. But yeah, I think Ferrari. I'm hoping they have a good outing at this race.
Yeah, it does seem destined for a good outing for them,
Yeah,
based on how FP2 went. FP3 is going to start in some time, so it'll be, I guess, more representative,
yeah,
and they have the car exactly fine tuned to how they want it to have it for qualifying.
right.
So we'll see if they're able to maintain the same form. Hopefully, no overnight changes because we've seen overnight changes does mess up the car.
Yeah,
So if they carry on that form in FP3, then they're looking good for quali, and we need to see how Red Bull respond because Max Verstappen and I mean, okay, fine, you can call him. I mean, you can consider Yuki Tsunoda as well because they both are part of Red Bull. They did not have the best free
right.
practice, so we know Red Bull always comes alive on a Saturday. So never count them out, never count Max out. Obviously, Mercedes were nowhere in either free practice session, so we don't know what's going on there. And yeah, Ferrari, McLaren are so far, but we yet to see Red Bull's true prowess this weekend.
Yeah, no, I agree with that, but I think there might be some truth to the speculation from I think last week or before that the Red Bull struggles on rare limited tracks like Monaco. I mean, one is slow corners basically, and the Red Bull seems to be doing better on high speed tracks like we saw at Imola, we saw at Suzuka. The Red Bull looked very very good, and it struggled at other like Monaco as we're seeing now. Um, so yeah, we'll see if Red Bull can do something. Maybe the new side pods do something for them this week. But yeah, definitely going to be an interesting session if Red Bull can make that comeback. Yeah,
Yep.
moving on to the race. It's Monaco, so same top three.
I want to say Ferrari does get two guys on the podium.
Okay.
So I want to say Lewis finishes P3,
Hmm.
and I don't know, somehow he gets past Lando, I guess.
Okay.
Don't know where.
Maybe the pit stop strategy. If McLaren continue
Yeah,
to be timid.
exactly. And I would say Charles Leclerc wins the race from Oscar. So Charles gets his second victory in Monaco,
Hmm.
and uh, we're hoping that Ferrari continues their form. So this is all based on hope and prayers from all us Ferrari fans right now.
Right.
So
Right.
we'll see how it goes. But as of now, that's my top three: Leclerc, Piastri, and
Hmm.
Lewis, and Lando chasing Lewis for P3 probably towards the end of
Yeah.
the race.
Yeah. I wonder how tires will play out. Um, because I'm just looking at you know
Yeah,
tire sets that teams have available after FP2. No, I'll just read it out because it's a YouTube video,
yeah.
so I don't want to share it on stream. I can probably share it privately with you, but so basically we have both the McLarens have two sets of hards and one set of mediums, but
Yeah,
Ferrari has a strategy split. Leclerc has
they
two
do.
mediums and Lewis has two hards.
Hmm.
So um, and both the Red Bulls have two mediums and only one hard. Mercedes and McLaren, not sorry, Mercedes and Aston Martin on the other hand, they have two mediums and two hards, and they reduce their
Less
soft
soft.
allocation.
Yeah.
So,
It also depends on what tire they think is the best compound to qualify on.
right,
Is it the medium or is it the soft?
yeah,
So yeah, I mean I'm sure that the cars are going to start on either the medium or hard for the race. So
right.
now it depends on whether it's going to be a soft tire for qualifying or the medium tire.
Yeah, I think it also depends on, yeah, I mean, do you want to use two mediums or two hards? I think that's what teams are splitting the strategy.
Yeah.
But, and also, I think the C6 is back for this
Yeah.
weekend.
The same tire compounds from last week.
Yeah, same tire components. Now, do you think teams will be able to do any overtakes? Even if, let's say, for the sake of argument, let's say Leclerc is on hards at the front, and let's say, I don't know, Oscar Piastri is on mediums behind him, right?
Hmm.
And let's say they're within DRS. Do you think Oscar can overtake Charles? I mean,
That's the question, right? I mean,
yeah,
you're going to follow him all the way, and you know how difficult it is to follow in these F1 cars
right.
as well. It's going to be super difficult. Like, it has to be something brave, it has to be something courageous, and it has to be something that both don't end up crashing
Yeah, this is
because
a
of an
risk at
overtake.
Monaco that the streets are so
So,
narrow.
I mean, Rascas and I don't know where else can you. I mean, the tunnel
Yeah,
just after after the tunnel is where you can have the most, where you have the best chance to pass someone in the high speed section.
yeah. I think
So
DRS is on the start finish straight, right?
yeah, I don't think anybody's passing on
Yeah,
start finish straight unless it's a Ferrari passing a back marker or something.
yeah, yeah.
So yeah, it's gonna be super tough. Like there are spots you can overtake. It's just about coming close and actually doing the overtake. So that's where drivers kind of want to be the cautious side to take out themselves as well as the car in front.
Yeah. Or the other thing, also the U turn, um,
Yeah,
another
I think that's
potential
that's
opportunity.
Rascas, right? No.
No, no, Rascal is towards the end. The U turn is just after the first sector, before the
Yeah,
tunnel
but
section.
again, either you go through the inside or you have a better line through the outside. I think Oliver Behrman passed Kimi Antonelli in an F2 race there last year.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah,
it was a great pass where he went. I mean, Ollie went he took the outside line and then swooped back inside and to take the line for the next corner.
yeah,
So that's something which maybe somebody fancies.
right. Yeah, Rascal is also a potential overtaking opportunity. I remember when Leclerc was in the Alfa Romeo, I mean the
Mm.
Sauber basically. I don't know what the team was called then. Probably Alfa Romeo.
Yeah.
But I remember Leclerc was doing overtakes at Rascas in the race. He made like a couple of overtakes. He was very brave because Rascas is such a tight corner, and he was just overtaking, cars on the outside or inside. I don't remember which side he was, but he was just very, very bold overtakes. And then I think the third or fourth overtake, he puts it into the wall. So yeah, it's a very risky
Yeah.
overtaking opportunity. So yeah, we'll
It
see.
is.
Yeah, I'm just hoping against hope we get some overtakes, man. It's
Yeah. I
otherwise
agree.
it's going to be a long
The
78
78
laps.
laps snooze fest is going to be a long, long journey.
Yeah,
Also, like, what do you think about the rookie of the race? I feel that it's going to be probably the toughest race for rookies, this
right.
one. Because I mean, rookies are error prone and, I feel that there could be a lot of mistakes.
Yeah, yeah,
We already saw some incidents in, free practice with traffic and all that.
yeah.
So,
Yeah, I think my rookie of the race, I'm going to give to Isaac Hadger. I think he's FP2. I
yeah.
mean, I know he did crash a couple of times already, but I think he has real pace, and if he can keep it clean, I think he'll do better than Kimi this weekend, because the Mercedes have been looking, they're not looking good. They're struggling
Mm-hmm.
at this track, as we see both FP1, FP2. The Racing Bulls, sure, they were a bit off the pace in FP1, but they really came back in
Yeah,
FP2. So yeah,
ahead of their sister team Red Bull,
right.
the Wolves team.
Yeah. So I think
So
I think for me, Isaac Hadjar is the rookie of the race.
yeah, I'll go with Isaac as well. I think he's. I'm hoping he doesn't have an incident-free race. I mean, doesn't matter if he finishes in the points or not. Because if he has an incident-free race, I can call it a success for him,
Yeah.
and for the other rookies as well, for the
Right.
matter of the fact. So yeah, for me it's gonna be Isaac Hadjar, and I think flop of the race probably Lance Stroll. Probably already the flop of the weekend so far. But
Yeah,
it's fine.
man. My God, what the hell, Lance Stroll? That was shocking in FP1.
He's basically telling Charles Leclerc, "I turn now.
I turned.
Be careful. I turn now. Be careful."
Oh my God, Lance Stroll, man. Yeah, I
And by the
mean,
way, did you think the Ollie Behrman penalty was warranted? The 10th place wasn't that a bit harsh? Like you first give me your flop of the race or bust of the race, and then you talk
yeah, I
about
think
Ollie
my
Behrman.
bust is yeah, Lance Stroll. It's too easy. Maybe I mean maybe even Franco. I mean he was very off the pace in FP2
Yeah,
especially. Like he was P20 and he was close to a second behind P19, which is really
yeah,
bad. And not like Pierre Gasly was much faster. Pierre Gasly was P17, but still Pierre Gasly was a second ahead of him. So yeah, I think if Alpine is bad, his thing will be overlooked again. But I don't know, man. But Gasly did do well at FP1. He was P8, so I mean Gasly does have the pace.
yeah.
So I think Colapinto would be the bust for me,
Okay.
along with Lance Stroll. Lance Stroll is just too easy.
Yeah. And what about your hot take of the race?
Hot take. Uh, my hot take is that while Lance Stroll is the bust of the race, Fernando Alonso finishes in the points.
Okay. Finally.
Yes, finally.
Hmm. I'm going with Kimi Antonelli being knocked out in Q1.
Ooh, wow. Okay. Yeah, I mean,
I mean, Mercy is not looking good, so I think probably like just take a wild guess on this one.
yeah. I mean, I can honestly see that happen because Monaco is also a very driver challenging track like
Yeah,
Imola, and Kimi did struggle in Imola. I mean, he's a
yeah.
rookie. He's barely 18, so
I'm calling it a hot take because it's still. I mean, he should still be up there in Q3,
right.
but Q1 would be disaster for Mercedes.
I
So
think
we'll
at least
see.
he should be there in Q2,
Exactly.
considering free
Yeah.
practice. Yeah.
It's gonna be super close, I feel, between everyone. So that's the reason why I feel that he
Yeah,
could
I
get
think
knocked
in
if he
general the
doesn't
teams
get
are
like
very
that.
close this
Lap.
season, right?
Yeah, yeah. And Monaco is it's gonna be even more close with you know, in terms of traffic, in terms of it's a short lap. So
Hmm.
if you make one single mistake, then you'll just pile down the grid.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's Kimi for me knocked out, being knocked out in Q1. So we'll see.